Pop scoop.
Yes.
So you're obviously a big fan of Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Playing tonight. Her new video. A lot of people are saying it could be or could not be to do with Katy Perry. What? Have you heard any of those rumours and what?
No idea. But if it is true, I'd love to do a lip sync with Katy Perry to that song.
Would you be Team Taylor or Team Katy?
Oh, Team Taylor all day, every day.
What would your alter ego be in the Bad Blood video? What would you want to play?
I don't know. I like the bit where she runs through the wall. I've always I wanted to do that. I want to run through the wall.
Yeah.
So whatever that was.
Did you see the funny outtake of that?
She nearly headbutted the floor. Yeah, that was that. I mean, it's good to do your own stunts. I do my own stunts as well, so I know the feeling. Yeah, you do all your own stunts.
Who would you have as like your dream squad? Because you know she's got like all her girls around her. She's got like Ellie Goulding, like Gigi Hadid, whatever you call her.
Yeah.
Who would be your dream people to have around you?
I think there's some pretty strong males at Radio 1. I think Grimmy would look great with a bazooka. I think he'd be wonderful at that. I think we could have. I think Danny Howard would be. I think he'd be great. I think we'd have just the Radio 1 crew. I think that would be cool. Yeah.
Okay,
We've got a couple of minutes left. Does anyone else?
Yeah, I was going to say, the vibe out there with the crowd, everything's amazing. Is that a challenge to get that across the radio?
I don't think a little bit. I mean, it's all about just telling the stories, and that is why I love radio so much, because you just remember everything you see, and you go, oh my god, that was Snoop Dogg taking pictures of the flowers, or there's David Guetta on a buggy, whatever. It's like you just remember all these little things, and you just try and tell as many stories as possible, because you try and get the scoop for everyone.
So,
but yeah, one sec. I think the radio is it's amazing to get. I was listening to it just earlier today, and I thought I'm just going to listen for half an hour, see if it comes across as good, and it is, because you've got the anchors back in the studio, you've got the live stuff, and it all sounds quite exciting. So I think it's quite easy to portray it. I think.
Greg, what do you think about the dip in radar figures for Radio 1? Do you think radio's lost its coolness a bit?
Lost its what?
Coolness, Radio 1.
I think this jumper would say otherwise. No, I don't think so. Not at all. Those things happen. You take those figures with a pinch of salt, I think, and we know how popular Radio 1 is still, and we know how many people it reaches, and we get that feedback. I think the radar figures thing is quite an antiquated system. I think there's lots of other ways to gauge our success, and I think events like this just show how popular the DJs are, and they're embedded with the artists and all the rest of it. And I think the fact that people love Radio 1 because of events like this, I think that shows the passion for Radio 1 is still massive. It's still as big as it was, bigger than it was when I was a student and listening to it and wanting to be on it. So I actually think that radio's in an amazing place. It is the oldest medium in a way, radio, but it's sort of become the most vital again, because it's so quick, and it's as quick as social media, it's as quick as a blog. You can just think of an idea in the morning and it's on 10 minutes later. So it is sort of immediate again, so it's still important, I think.
Ollie said earlier about the importance of doing these free events, getting the people of Norwich to experience this scale. I mean, with the BBC facing potential budget cuts, what would you say about how important it is to keep things like this going?
Yeah, it'd be a disaster if things like this ended. I mean, we don't just go to a place and do an event. We go and do a whole week of academy. So we put Q&As on. We send pop stars into the city to go and do workshops and stuff. So we don't just go and leave and go, right, see ya, bye, forever. We sort of leave a legacy, and we go back to those places, and and do events there as well, and there's strong links to the community and all the rest of it. So I think it's really important, all this stuff. Yeah,
So it was $2.5 million to the city of Norwich just at the time you've been
amazing. Well, it's sort of Radio 1 is all about its listeners, really. It's not about anything else. It's not about making money. It's all about listeners and making sure that all the shows are entertaining for the listeners and putting on events that are entertaining for the listeners. So if we forget about them, then we'll be in a bit of a trouble. We'll be in a difficult situation if we forget about the listeners and say, right, no more events, there's no more money for anything, and it just becomes like other boring stations essentially.
Pop scoop.